Yeah, I mean, really impressive for an expansion team to come in. The work that Tyler Heaps and Mike Givares have done to build not only a good roster, but a really intentional roster. You can see that clearly there was a style of play in mind, intentional in the players that they targeted, and now you see a very consistent team that plays with a very clear identity, week in and week out. Even as they continue to either take injuries or lose players for international break, next guys come in and they step up and play. So just really impressive. I mean, I'm not really surprised. I know Mikey well. He's a really good coach, and so not surprised that they're having the success, but really pleased and happy for them and Tyler that they are. And so for us, we know it's going to be a difficult match going to the West Coast, playing at their home stadium. And obviously with the All-Stars, both teams have it equal, but a little bit disjointed, not having them for a week of training. But we're all dealing with the same thing, so it's equal playing field.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go to Ben.
Yeah, you just talked about how you're familiar with Mikey. Maybe some parallels between you two just coming into a new team and really hitting the ground running. Just from what you know of him, what do you think makes him able to kind of just instill an identity so quickly and get everybody on the same page so fast?
Yeah, I mean, I think what I've known of Mikey is he's a real student of the game. He has a very clear idea on how he wants to play, and it's authentic to who he is as a person. Additionally, I think what sets him apart is that he's an unbelievable teacher, right? He can teach, and you saw that when he was working with the youth national teams, the U20 team. Like that's what he does. And so for him to come into an environment where you have to bring 30 strangers together and build an identity, but also be able to execute it on the field. I think he's probably relied heavily on that strength of his, and it's week in and week out, it's impressive to watch, and it's leading to some great results.
And then it's kind of pretty widely known just how difficult it is to travel in MLS, and especially when you get these long road trips. I checked the numbers, and I think like 30% of teams who have gone more than 2 time zones have won this year. Just from your perspective, what do you think makes travel and playing on the road so kind of uniquely difficult in MLS?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely the distance that you travel. It takes a toll on your body. You obviously have you're sort of let's say sleeping in a different environment. You're in a different cadence of things. So a lot of us are creatures of habit, and that all kind of gets twisted up. And then I also think there's just the home field advantages here in the MLS are great. The fan supports are great. I mean, we're going to go into an environment in San Diego that's going to have a great fan support. They've had it all year, and so it just becomes difficult to sort of match. But I think we've gone to with a mentality of we want to go out and win on the road. I think we've had moments of success in that, and our expectations are going to be the same when we go out to San Diego.
BJ, does it say anything the fact that they're only one point from the last 6 played at home?
I don't think so. I mean, I think there's all sorts of circumstances that go there. We know they'll be up for the game, and I think like Ben asked, I think over the long period of time, you're going to see that'll even itself back out. So it could just be a blip, but nothing that we're actually focused on.
Is there any particular guys, they have a lot of individuals that are pretty good on that team, no question about it. They're in first place in the conference and anything. But is there any particular, you already told us what Mikey means to the team, and that's probably mostly his work, but any particular guys that you're perhaps focusing on for this game?
No, I mean, I'm actually really excited to see some guys, right? So I had the opportunity when I was a coach in Philadelphia to work with CJ DeSantos and Pablo Cisnegna. So to see those guys, I knew them when they were 12, and now I think they're both married. So, to see them, to see Luca De La Torre, somebody I've worked with who's an excellent player and I think a real engine for them. Obviously, Anibal is there. So, no, for me, I think we know their team. We've gone through our process to prepare for them, and we know what they're about, right? And they're very good. Their attacking is very dangerous. The way they control build-up is really good, and it's really great because I think you see that you've got a DP in Dreyer who's really producing that they were able to find, and also they've got a young left back in Luca Bombino who's having got his opportunities, made the most of it, and everything in between. And that's just a testament to how deep they are in San Diego, but also how brave they are to put young players on the field at the same time matching them with really high-level players.
We'll go to Mel on Zoom.
Yes, good morning, BJ. Coach, one question. Well, you talk about a little bit about their offense and this game, but let me ask you something. There are 10 league games left, and the final stretch of the tournament is coming. What's your strategy to remain a contender to win the league from now until the final game?
Well, good morning. Thank you for the question. For us, I think it stays the same, is the strive for consistency. So whether it's home or away, we want to try and play the same way. Our objectives from the beginning of the season were to establish our culture, to establish our style of play, to earn our way into the playoffs. And so I think for the first two is to continue to strengthen and build our identity to stay as consistent as possible. Do it day by day. Continue to build our culture to make it as unbreakable as possible. I think that'll help us in those last 10 games. And again, I think when you put those two together, it'll help us achieve that objective, which is to earn our opportunity into the MLS playoffs.
Thank you.
Ben, anything else? Go for it.
Yeah, I know you do a lot of video kind of breakdown, and that's a big part of your prep each week. I'm curious just kind of the logistics of that when you're missing Hani and Andy and Sam this week. Do you get that in early? Do you do some like Zoom sessions with him? How do you kind of try to break down a team with him?
So we'll still do the same video here. I've left them alone outside of like, hey, good luck texts, that type of thing, but they will receive a video package today. So hopefully on their flight from Austin to San Diego, they'll be able to do it, and then they'll be integrated in tomorrow morning, basically into our final video session. But yes, I've tried to stay hands off as much as I could, but have some things prepared to try to get them up to speed so that they're ready to go when they come into training tomorrow.
I meant to ask you this before about Jonny Pérez, because we have him next. The yellow cards and the red card and all that stuff isn't happening to him, especially at the same time that he's having such a great season for you. I'm not going to say that you miss him. I mean, that's a guy that you miss, but it's a good thing the other guys are responding well when he's not there. But is it a lot of how much is his own doing, or is it the referee having a bad day? Have you talked to him or kind of analyzed what's happening to him with those yellow cards and even the red one?
No, I mean, for us, we want wingers and forwards to be aggressive. In fact, we tell those guys we want them to be the leaders we want them to have the most fouls on the team. And so, but we're okay, we know that there's going to be an inherent risk with that. For me, it's about how do you get yellow cards, right? And if it's disrespectful to a referee or it's not in the flow of the play, those are the ones I would say I get a little bit more, they're unnecessary. Those are controllable. But if you go into a tackle and maybe you're a little bit late or something happens, then that's part of the game. And even directly with the red card it wasn't malicious, it wasn't intent, it wasn't that he lost emotional control. He was just unaware that the guy was there and he turned and it's a soccer play and it happens. It's the right call and it happens. But it doesn't identify who Jonny is. And we've asked Jonny to be, more aggressive on the defensive end, more committed on the defensive end, and I'm really happy with the progress and the development that he's done on that end. And yeah, I would much rather have a player default too aggressive and scale them back than not, and it gives us opportunities to have conversations. But we're really happy with the development of him.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm very excited to go back to where I'm from. It's like 2 hours from where I live, but just very excited. I'm gonna have some friends there. My family's gonna be there, so I'm very excited to play in front of my family again, and also just excited to play another good game, another good opponent, and it's just gonna be a good game and another test for us.
Thanks, Jonathan. We'll start with Ben, and then we'll go to Claudio and Anel, who I know have some questions in Spanish. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, Jonny, just looking at the season, it feels like you're playing some of the best soccer that you've played yet. And it feels like you're developing a really good connection with guys like Hani and Patrick and Andy on the field. Just what about kind of the way that Nashville approaches games and wants to play with a ball do you think has made it has made you so successful?
Yeah, I feel like just having players like that on the field just they help me a lot and just help me be able to do the things that I want to do, and also it took a while to build that relationship with all those players, with Hani and Andy, and And I feel like it was just about time, just the more I played with them, I think we just continued to build that relationship that we have. But, I have a lot of fun playing with them, and, just happy that I'm able to share the pitch with them and also get the results together.
And then just this season, you guys are playing some of the best soccer in the league. Just how fun has that been to play for a team that's getting results like this in a real contender?
Yeah, it's I think ever since BJ came and then the system that he wanted, I know it took us a little bit to get the rhythm and get the flow of how he wanted us to play and also understand the system. But I think once we got that in and understood, and also BJ gives us the freedom to play and move around, and I think that's what has been helping us a lot and get the results, because he's just we have like our anchors to go back to, we have our system to go to, but he also gives us the freedom to do what we want to do, and just I think that's why we've been pretty successful this year.
Jonny, ya nos dijiste en inglés un poco de esto que te voy a preguntar, pero es bueno para nuestra audiencia en español que nos cuentes qué significa para ti volver a casa, volver a California, a muchos de tu familia, como dijiste, tus amigos. ¿Cuál es el sentimiento que te embarga ante este partido?
Pues sí, desde que llegué aquí, pues dejé toda mi familia en casa y pues me da mucho, estoy bien contento que voy a regresar y jugar otra vez en frente de mis amigos y mi familia, y luego también regresar a California donde soy, pero pues estoy bien contento de regresar y luego no también regresar, pero jugar contra un equipo muy bueno y va a ser un partido bueno.
Le preguntamos a BJ antes de ti ahorita qué pensaba en la cuestión esta de que las amarillas que te has ganado, la tarjeta roja, sí, todo eso, en el mejor momento de tu carrera, como decía Ben, y él decía que prefiere que un jugador que esté un poco más agresivo y que tenga que calmarlo a lo contrario, ¿verdad? ¿Sientes que esa es la parte de tu juego que ha mejorado también en este tiempo con BJ?
Sí, yo creo que desde que yo llegué, pero también en Galaxy ellos me querían más agresivo, pero creo que este año ha aprendido mucho de cómo buscar pues el medio sobre cómo puedo ser agresivo, pero también agarrar todas esas amarillas, pero también yo creo que lo más que yo juego, pues voy a aprender más y pues ser más profesional y más responsable en esa manera de ser agresivo, un jugador agresivo.
We'll go to Nell on the Zoom.
Thank you. Jonathan, buenos días.
Hello.
Este mes se cumple un año de tu llegada a Nashville Soccer Club. En este tiempo, ¿cuál crees que ha sido tu mayor aprendizaje como futbolista?
Yo creo que este año era más de cómo puedo cada vez ser la mejor visión de yo solo mismo y hacerlo mejor para el equipo, y también obviamente es difícil pues cada partido hacer la diferencia y luego ser pues un jugador que puede ayudar al equipo en cualquier manera, y creo que eso yo he aprendido mucho, de buscar otras maneras como puedo ayudar al equipo, si meter goles o dar asistencias o ser un jugador que nomás está trabajando duro en la cancha, y creo que eso era lo que he aprendido desde que he llegado acá.
Oye, y vas a enfrentar a Chucky Lozano, uno de los máximos referentes del fútbol mexicano en lo que es la última década. ¿A qué se sabe enfrentar a tu paisano?
Pues nunca en mi vida he pensado que iba a jugar contra él. Yo siempre tenía el sueño de jugar con él, pero va a ser una oportunidad pues muy pues un sueño de todos, de cada mexicano, jugar contra una leyenda de México.
Muchas gracias.
Sí, muchas gracias.
Ben, Claudio, anything else?
Yeah, you kind of touched a little bit just on what BJ has done and kind of helped you. And you're obviously a really creative player, and Nashville also kind of have a lot of structure in the final third. What's it been like kind of working with BJ to find a balance between like the patterns of play and rotations, but also just being able to be creative and express yourself?
Yeah, I think BJ, there's been a few times in training that I've done like a few plays, or I tried taking a player on, and he just helped me just find different ways to take players on, and also I've done video as well with not only BJ but with Mike and John, the coaching staff, to help me not only just attacking wise but also defensively, because also we can start plays defensively and start counterattacks. And I think just with the whole staff and with just with all their help, I think I've seen the game in a different way, and I feel like it's been helping me a lot to find different ways to just be successful in what I do.
Jonny, having guys like Alex, Ahmed, Jacob, sort of competing with you for that position in the middle, how much had that improved your game? How much have make you say, hey, I had to really step up because these guys are just as good or better than I am. At any given time, they're going to be taking my position if I don't stay up to par.
Yeah, I think it's just in general, in any team that you go to, you'll have these type of players in your position. And I think just having that competition with all these really great players really makes you want to work even harder, and also the opportunities that you get wants you to keep those opportunities and just be consistent in that way. And if you have that spot, just do your best to keep it. And that's the way I see it. I think it's just the competition is always going to make you a better player. And for me, if you don't like it, then this is not for you. But I love the competition.
All right, thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.